Okay, are we live or yes? Are we live? I don't know. Maybe. We are live. We are live. Okay. Okay, sending this again. Need to sneeze. Oh, yes. Yes, we are live. Woo! Excellent. We've got one viewer. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, we just need to wait. There we go. Camera's working. I had some trouble. Backwoods Bungalow. Who's that? Live and in color. And stereo. No, it's not. It's not stereo. 11 viewers. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Andy's Garage. I hope everyone can see and hear me. I had some issues with the cameras. I've got 3 cameras connected now to the computer, and somehow it has overloaded the USB ports. Okay, just checking. Hang on, I'm just checking. Ah, that's why. All right. Yep, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. That's all good. This is the correct link. Hello from Perth, WA. Hey, Bruce. Okay, totally my fault. Oh, well, while you're here, welcome to the live stream. There was supposed to be a Patreon only one, but, well, while you're here, welcome to the live stream. No worries. Yeah, as I said, I've got a couple of cameras set up. There's this one, and we've got this one, and we've got the mobile one. As you can see, my cabling here on the computer, I have overloaded my USB ports at the front. And this one is a 5-meter USB cable going over the tractor, down out of the garage, up the garage, and there's a USB dongle plugged in, which connects me back to the house. Yeah, and somehow this did not quite work. But I've got it sorted now. I've got all the cameras working, so nice. 12 viewers. That's amazing. Right. Yeah, well, I am going to build a battery with all these nice batteries lined up here. Can probably see them better. There, all these ones. What I need is one of my old How is everyone doing? Hey, Felix from Germany. Yes, we're always having live streams on the weekend on the Patreon channel, but I accidentally clicked on public, so everyone who is subscribed to my channel can now join. Well, it's a free one then. That's fine. And because we are all in lockdown somehow, you know, we had this good idea to... How do I turn on the other camera again? No, not this one. This one, yes, while I'm talking to you. Well, we had the idea to do some online workshops, you know. From Sweden. Hello. Hey, Andrew, made it. Well, we have non-Patreon people in here as well because I clicked on public, so whatever. Doesn't matter. They're all long-term subscribers, so it's a free one. Yeah, so we thought while we are all in lockdown, we are doing some online workshops here over the weekends or during the week and do some battery stuff. I've got heaps of batteries here. And what I would like to do is, everyone knows my solar garden gate I have. There are 2 of these batteries in here. Ah, come on. Come on, camera. There are 2 of these batteries in here, 12 volt, 72 ampere hours. These are these big block batteries. They are in series, so 12 volt times 2, 24 volt. This is how the whole garden opener works. And, well, they are not good anymore. After 1.5 years and discharging daily, they have lost a bit of capacity, so to speak. And whenever we have a cloudy day, so there's not enough solar power coming in, well, the next morning the solar gate doesn't work and I have to get out of the test lander to open it manually. And then it recharges over the day again. When I come back home, it works again. Annoying. Very annoying. But, hey Chris. Stranded in India with a car back in the UK. Oh, God. Well, let me ask, how is everyone going so far with this whole situation? Yeah, that's a bit degradation, yeah. And these batteries, they don't last very long. Well, we are currently not in lockdown here in Australia. Not really. They have finally closed the schools from next week on, but everything else is still open. We have been to the supermarkets and shopping malls today. Some of the shops have closed already, but most of the shops are still open. Hardware stores are still open, so we have been there to buy some concrete today. But I'm expecting a more tighter lockdown next week or the week after at least. Then they are still waiting for, I don't know for what. You know, they don't just need to watch what's going on in other countries and should make a decision then and lock the whole country down 3 weeks ago before it goes all to shit. We've got now 3,500 cases here in Australia. Last week at this time we had 700. So yeah, now Western Australia has locked down. There's no travel within the state and the borders are closed, yes. You're working from home? Excellent. Yeah, I'll work from home next week, Thursday I think. I'll still go to work and prepare all the computers at work for everyone to go home, set up the VPN and test everything so they can go home. And we've got about 200 people still in the office, but they're all spread out now in the libraries and everywhere. But they all are supposed to go home next week, so that will be a tough time. That will be tough. I don't know how the delay is when you actually send something in the chat until I see this here. There is sometimes a delay of a couple of seconds. I hope I have set this up correctly here on ultra low latency. but I'm not sure. That's all right, Nathan. Welcome to the show. I accidentally clicked on public, so we have a couple of non Patreon people in here as well, but that's fine. At least they are all subscribers, so that's cool. Yeah, so that's the plan with the battery. And I would like to replace this battery with, well, some of these batteries. And I have actually more batteries here, heaps of them. They are all from electronic devices. And I have 3 of these silver shiny cells in here. It says on the box, I can, hang on, that's why I have the third camera, right? This one here, the mobile camera. So it says here 11.4 volts. That's a bad light. There we go. 11.4 volts and 24 watt hours. So 2.1 milliampere minimum and 2.16 typical. 10 to 15 seconds? Okay, that's fine. That's all right. The only problem with these batteries is I have to take them apart somehow, and they are really, really tough. I've got super tough cases, so you can't really bend them or something. And I've started cutting them open, but it takes about 15-20 minutes to get these 3 cells out of there. And I've already started testing them with my battery tester here. And then I write down what the actual capacity is on each cell and what the internal resistance is of each cell as well. And that's what I've done with all these ones. So they all have writings on it. The third camera, Andy. The third camera, it is. There you go. So they're all tested and marked. And put in the order. So this is the highest capacity and this is the lowest capacity. I probably don't use any of these ones because this is only 114 milliamp hours. So they are dead, so to speak. 600, 800. Probably I won't use anything below 1000. So I think I haven't got enough to build a battery like this with all these batteries I've got here with all these cells. These ones are not working anymore. They are completely dead. I could not revive them. But yeah, let's see what we can do. So this is the plan. I probably take some of these cells. I've got an enclosure at the gate. It is probably twice the size as the battery and a little bit wider, a little bit deeper this way, a little bit deeper than the battery as well. So I should have enough space for all these cells in there. And I probably don't need the 7.2 ampere hours. If I get 5 ampere hours all in total, that should be totally fine. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything. Thanks. Well, and then I've got the problem how to charge them, because I cannot use the charger which is now in the solar gate and connected to these bad boys. This one won't work with the lithium-ion cells. Do you miss anything from the PHEV compared to the Model 3? Well, it's a lot easier to get in a PHEV than in the Model 3. The Model 3 is very, very low, actually. So it sits very low to the ground. And in my age, it's a lot harder to get into the Model 3 in and out than in the Tesla, than in the PHEV. So this is, well, I need only to overcome the next 2 or 3 years with it until I get the Cybertruck, and then I'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to buy a Model Y. Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I like the hatchback door and everything, and the big boot space and everything, and the higher seating position to get easier in and out. But I will skip this one. I go for the Cybertruck then. The Cybertruck makes sense here in our region here. And with everything, with the coronavirus going on, oh shit, I shouldn't say that here in the channel. It's demonetized now. Shit. Yeah, with the situation here in the world, well, who knows what happens, you know? Cybertruck makes sense. If we get a zombie apocalypse, I'm good. I'm good. So, okay, let me just check the performance here. Upstream 5.4 megabit. That's good. That's all working. Yes, I do listen to a HR3 in the Teslander. That's the beauty. We've got all the radio stations worldwide in the Teslander, so that's a big plus. I'm not doing it very often, but yeah, if my wife is in the car, we usually listen to German radio stations around Frankfurt to yeah, listen to news and everything and music over there. But I'm usually listening to yeah, some podcasts in there in the car. Okay, can we do a latency test? Just type something in the chat, but don't send it, and I count down from 3 to 1 and then send, and then you click enter to send it, and I'll stop the time until it arrives here to see the latency. How do I do that here? Hang on. Timer? No. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So hang on. So 3, 2, 1, send. Okay. Let's see when the first one comes. It's nothing. Nothing. 10. Oh, I think we've got the long latency here. Oh no. Test. There it comes. 20 seconds. 20 seconds delay. Damn it. I usually have only 5 seconds, but that's just how it is. Latency test time, yes. Thanks, it's good, it's good, it's good. We know what's going on. There's a setting in YouTube you can change, but I stuffed up the whole thing tonight. I'm usually starting the live streams on ultra low latency, but today it's the normal latency. We've got 20 seconds instead of 3 or 4 only. That's fine. I'll just keep this in mind when I read your comments. They are 20 seconds old. That's fine. But the chat for you is instant for some reason. So, but I see it only 20 seconds later here. Yeah, the German Model Y. I don't think they import any Models Ys into Germany or to Europe at all. They wait for the Giga 4 in Berlin to be ready next year. Should be 30% cheaper without import tax. Well, 30%? Really? That's a lot. It's probably 30% more expensive down here. Well, everyone who is watching from Germany there, you should subscribe to my other 2 channels. They are completely in German, Living Down Under and Andy's Garage. They're both in German. There's nothing on Andy's Garage so far, but I've done some live streaming on there as well in German. I haven't quite figured out what to do on this channel. But now with all this time, you know, insane. Yeah. Okay. So this is the plan with all these batteries. Well, we don't do this tonight or this morning or today, but I'm just doing some planning around this whole idea, what I would like to do. So basically replacing these plug batteries with lithium-ion batteries eventually. And then put in a charger and battery management system to balance the cells. And that's pretty much it. And then hopefully everything works. If it burns down or something, that's far away on the gate. I'll let it burn. I'll make a video then. But yeah, it can just burn. That's fine. That is fine. Ah, 10% it is. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's not too bad, 10%, but still. So the main issue I have now, I have basically sorted out the BMS for this situation. You can buy them on eBay for $1.20, $1.50 or something from China. Oh, there's the word again. And they're coming in a small electronic. Yeah, they're looking. Hang on. These ones here. Yeah, this is the BMS from a laptop battery I've pulled out, but this is only good for 3 cells. So 1, 2, 3. That's what you have in a laptop usually, and this is the BMS for it. So it connects to every cell individually and then balance the cells, balance the whole pack while you're charging. And you can buy them online for $1.20, $1.50 or something. Oops, camera. So I'm going to do that for the 24-volt battery eventually. That's the plan. So the BMS shouldn't be a problem. The BMS takes into account the overcharging situation of the pack, of the cell, of every individual cell, and also the deep charging protection. This is all included in this little board. But I haven't got a charger. I don't know how to charge them correctly with the solar panels. That is a problem. If anyone has got an idea, 6.5. 25% in Sweden. Ah, they add this on top. Okay, yeah. Right. Yeah, so the Model Y built in the Giga 4 in Berlin should be cheaper in Sweden then as well. Yeah, that could be the case, Felix. That could be the case. I think they're adding a tax to everything. We've got the same here in Australia as well. We've got a luxury car tax in Australia. This was introduced, I think, in the 70s or so to protect the Australian car manufacturers while we still had some. It made basically cars imported from overseas more expensive. And well, we don't have a car industry anymore, but guess what? They kept the tax, of course. So now all the cars, every single car in Australia comes from overseas, and they're all getting taxed now with this luxury car tax if the car is over $72,000 or $73,000, which is about 50,000 euros or so at this point. Yeah. And they are, yeah, they're collecting signatures and everything now, and send them to the government and say, look, get rid of this car tax, especially for electric vehicles when you import them, because every Model S and Model X basically attracts this car tax. It's ridiculous. Even the electric cars. I wonder. Unlisted. Public. Okay. So what happens then? Okay, if I make this stream public again, now what happens then? Are there millions of people coming in now? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. 9 viewers. Okay. Yeah, so the solar charger for lithium-ion batteries is a problem. I don't know where to get one from for 24 volts. I don't even know where to get one from for 12 volts. They're all for these lead acid batteries or block batteries. Because these ones, they have like a... I'll show you here what's on the label. Well, there we go. See, they've got a float voltage of 13.8 volt. And this is especially what the charger does. It keeps the battery on 13.8 volt floating. So there's always a current going through the battery. And this is deadly for lithium ion. So you cannot use a solar charger for these block batteries for the lithium ion batteries. This will kill the lithium ion batteries in a short amount of time. So I need to come up with something. And what I found online, where are we? Here we are. What I found online is you can use these buck converters. They are basically a DC-DC converter, very similar to what we had in the PHEV, you know, from the big battery down to 12 volt to charge the 12 volt battery, and what the Tesla has as well, like a converter. And you can adjust voltage and amps. So basically you can build your own charger. Regardless what voltage comes in, it always pushes out like 28 or 29 volts, and you can control the ampage, the amps as well. Because I cannot, well, I've got a 24 volt and 20 watt solar panel up there at the gate, which is around a little bit less than 1 amp at the moment. Which should be fine for these cells anyway, because they have got like 1.52 ampere hours. There are more users coming. More viewers, not users. Andy. So I'm trying to do something like this, and these buck converters, they are very cheap on eBay as well. They are like $6, $7, $8 or something only, and you can adjust them with a screwdriver. And once they are set, they are set, and then you hook up your solar panels, and you can charge lithium ion with it. Because you've got the constant current and constant voltage situation, you need to have with the lithium ion cells. And the solar charger for these block batteries doesn't do that. It just runs the solar cells on the maximum power point all the time and smash the energy in whatever it can do. And this will kill these ones very quickly. So I need to come up with some electronic stuff. I put in there BMS sorted. I probably use one of these buck converters to charge it, and I build the battery out of these cells here and of these ones. If I can open them, because they are glued together, so I'm not sure if I can actually open them. Takes a long time. So that is my thought. I'm not sure if I can change. Can I change this somehow, the latency in here? No, I cannot. Not with a running live feed. Oh well, that's fine. We just leave it as it is. That's cool. That is cool. So, who is still driving a PHEV? Hands up. Be honest. I know, Nathan, you just got your Model 3, right? And Andrew has got this Model 3. Thanks for using my ref code. "20 seconds later, I get the answer. You're dead, right? Yes. Well, they're doing the Mitsubishi Pajero now as a plug-in hybrid as well, I read, with a very small battery, ridiculous small battery. It's almost not worth charging it. That's insane. Thanks, Andrew. I just read your message 20 seconds later. I'm so bad prepared today. Oh my God. We had a live chat last week on Saturday for over 3 hours here, and it worked just fine. And tonight I've totally forgot to prepare the stream. Usually got a PHEV secret. Well, well, use my referral code and buy a Tesla, you know? Unless you need to tow or something or need the four-wheel drive of it. I'm so bad prepared. So bad. And there are more people coming to the live chat because it's live. And I made it public. Oh well. Next time we get this sorted. Yeah, because we talked about e-bikes on Patreon, on my Patreon channel as well. And who is it, Steve? Yeah, Steve has done some work on e-bikes already. So some conversions of normal push bikes into e-bikes. So I was hoping he is coming as well to the live chat tonight with some ideas how to set up the charger and the BMS. And then we can... yeah, the idea was to have some workshops tonight to actually talk about this battery stuff here. But we can talk about PHEVs, if you like. Yeah, it was a bit sad to give the PHEV away, actually. I liked it. I really liked it. It was a good car. It was a good car. But the sadness lasted only for 1 day until I got the Model 3. I was overwhelmed, really. That's just insane. Such a good car. And you don't need to worry about any range anxiety or something anymore, even with the Standard Range Plus. I charge it to 60% every night and gives me 220 kilometers. I can drive to Brisbane and back twice on this energy, so why would you even bother? I'll charge it a bit higher when we do trips or something, but apart from that. And I still haven't installed my charger. It's still there in the box. There. That's the Tesla charger. Big wall charger. That might be another project for the Patreon channel here as well. Pulling some cables through Andy's garage here and setting up this charger in the carport on 3-phase power, 16 amp, and then we can charge. But do I need it? No. That's why it's still in the box. Yes, if you have two cars, yeah, that's right. Then you need something else. But at the moment, I'm charging on 10 amps with the UMC from Tesla. It's 2.4 kilowatts or something overnight. And it takes only 3 or 4 hours to charge the car up to 60% again from what I use during the day. And well, if you have another car to charge overnight, if my wife would work full time and we need another car to charge, that's a different situation then. Then I probably would set up the charging station for me, and she can use the brick to charge hers then. But she works only part time and only 3 days or 2 days a week. So yeah. 15% in 1 year. Oh God. God. That is painful. Well, at least you know it's only the software and not the actual battery, which is good. It would be insane if the battery would be really on the fault in it. That would be really bad. What else? So, yeah, can you see all these computers up there? I've got about seven or eight computers sitting up there. They're all used ones, and I checked them last Saturday when we had the live stream. So I had them all on my desk here, and yeah, we checked all the computers and made sure they were all working, checked the hard drives and what kind of stuff is in there. So I'm getting them all reinstalled in Windows 10 now, and then they go off and selling them. Plenty of work to do. So if the lockdown takes another half a year or something, I'm prepared. I'm well prepared, really. I'm not bored. I've got so much stuff to do. Oh my God, I don't know where to start. No, they don't support VTH. Tesla doesn't support this at all. Nowhere. Not in Down Under, not in any other country. No. This is only the Nissan Leaf does it, and the PHEV at the moment. I heard they are selling like a box or something for the European market now for the PHEV to plug in, so you can power your house from the PHEV's battery. But I read also it's about like 19,000 euros. Is that correct? I don't know. That's what I read. I'm not sure. I didn't do any research on this, so I'm not sure if this is true or so. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. And I have to test all these batteries again, all these cells. I have tested them. I put the capacity on the cell, but I don't know how good the cells are anymore, because as you can see from these ones, that's where I pulled them out from these packs from laptops, and well, they are a bit greedy here already, so they are completely dead, but they were okay to charge and everything. But I don't know after about 4 weeks or something how much capacity they still have. So this one, for example, 1621, and if I just measure that, oh, you can hardly see the numbers here, huh? Oh, that's a bit too far away. Oh, hang on, we get the angle right. The light is really bad here. Oh, see, this one is good. It still has 4.1 volts. And I charged this probably up, well, That was last year. That was last year to 4.2 volts, so 100%. And it still has 4.13. That's pretty good. So that's not too bad. But what about one of these ones here? See, this is almost dead. Oh, no, it's not, but yeah, it is almost dead. It is dead. 0.9 volts, under 1 volt. Bang. Can't use them anymore. Well, it depends how fast actually they lose capacity. This one is good, 4.1. That's nice. I don't want to test them all now and tell you the numbers. I'm just curious. 3.9. So this one is a bit down. What else do we have? These ones here. 0.8. Okay, that's that. That's fine. And the newer ones, they should be good. 4.1. Amazing. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, if you have a power loss or something, you can always hook up the car and then you can keep your fridge running or something for a couple of hours until the power comes back. So vehicle to home does make sense. I don't like the vehicle to grid situation because you don't have control how much energy you actually take out of the battery again. But your power supplier has, and they will use that. They will use your capacity in the battery, especially with the Tesla batteries and like 50 or 100 kilowatt hours. They will use that to stabilize the grid. But vehicle to home, totally different situation. You are in charge. I should make another video about the about Ralph. Remember Ralph? When I did this video, was it last year in January? I think it was last year in January. Yeah, he has got this inverter running in his garage, this 5 kilowatt inverter, and hooked up the PHEV to his house and had the aircon running, and we charged my PHEV from his PHEV. That was a pretty cool setup what he had, and we are still emailing from time to time. So the last time was probably 3 months ago or something, beginning of the year. I asked him what's going on with his setup, and he said he hasn't used the PHEV and to power his home once in a year. So the actual solar system he has and the Tesla Powerwall was always enough for him. He never had an emergency when he needed to plug in the PHEV. He does it from time to time to make sure everything is working, but not for actually using it. So, but here in the countryside it's a bit different. As soon as there's a thunderstorm somewhere, we will lose power here. Definitely. Not for long. It's maybe for half an hour, maybe for an hour. At some stage. Sometimes it's only for a few seconds. But if there's a thunderstorm, yes, we will lose power. Definitely. MY16, the dog reports 83. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the MY20 batteries, but the MY20 batteries, that's a 13.8 kilowatt hours. So it's a bit of a bigger battery, but the BMS, the software is exactly the same. I'm still reading the forum sometimes, and from what you can read, yeah, same. Still the same. They do this for a purpose, you know? They do this for a purpose. So you get 8 years warranty on the battery. They make sure they don't have to replace the battery. Definitely. Yeah. Well, and then the next question is, how do I how do I arrange all these cells here in an order which works? Because I've got cells now here which have 2.5 ampere hours, and I've got some cells here which have only 1 ampere hour. So, and people always think when you put them together, it destroys the older cell with only 1 ampere hour, because it pushes energy from the bigger, or from the more capacity battery into the other battery when you put them in parallel. But this is not the case. So what you usually do, you take one of the cells with higher capacity. So you take the one with the highest capacity and the one with the lowest and put them together in one pack. So in average, yeah, it's the same as if you take 2 of the middle capacities and then you build your battery from there, you know. And it doesn't make a difference how much capacity the cells have. As long as the voltage is the same, it's all good. I can even combine these ones, one of these, and some of these ones together, because they all have 3.7 volts. They may have slightly different chemistry in there, but this doesn't make a difference at all while using or charging them. So this should work as well. And then when you discharge them, because this one has clearly a smaller capacity as this one, it uses more power from the higher capacity cell and less power from here. So there's less current going out of this battery, but there's more current down here going out of this one. So it discharges all the cells in the same rate, which is quite interesting. I didn't know this before. I did some testing here with all my cables and well, multimeters and everything, and this works like a charm. And even if you charge them, the one with the highest capacity gets the most energy, and the one with the smallest capacity gets the smallest energy than the lowest one. So it's quite interesting. And this is probably what I'm going to do. I don't know how these ones, they are from mobile phones, these batteries. I didn't write anything on there, that's not good. 3.7 volt, 700 milliamps. I don't even know if they still work. I'll just check one. I will order some more parts for the next couple of workshops, and then we start building up this battery. What do you have? Oh, 4 volts, still good. Because they are sitting here on the workbench for the last 5 months or so at least. Probably not 5 months. Oh yeah, exactly. That's 4 volts. Amazing. So they are still working. Just need to do some capacity measurements. They're all the same voltage. That is pretty good. .8. Okay, this one is not as good. But, well, they've got 700 milliampere hours, even if they have only 500 milliampere hours, and they've got about 10 of them. So this is still a battery, 3.7 volt and 5 amps, 5 ampere hours. I can still use it. That will be so cool. Yes, that is exactly correct. I have to use them in parallel. And so if I use one of these, and one of these in parallel, I can do the same again for the next row and put them in series then. So I can continue like this. This would work. Yeah, and then I put them in series. So I've got 3 times, so roughly 11.5 volts or something in series, and then the capacity adds up from all these cells then. So that's the plan. That's what you can do. But I still need a charger for it. And I still don't know if the buck converter is a good, if the, where's my camera? Here. If the buck converter is a good solution to charge these lithium-ion batteries from solar cells. I don't know. I have to test this. I have to do some more testing. I've got here we go. I've got some solar panels already here. I bought them accidentally. I bought them for my solar garden gate, and then I realized I made a mistake while ordering them. They are far too large. So the ones, the solar cells I have now at the solar gate, they are, yeah, this size, half the size only. And this one is a 40 watt module, 12 volt or 18.9 volt and 40 watts. I can't see that. So I'm getting 2.7 amps out of it. Andy, come on, that's why you have installed this other camera here. Just click on this one. There we go. Here are the technical specs of this module. So I probably put these ones on the roof here on Andy's garage. And then there will be 2 leads coming out, plus minus, just out of the wall. And I use my fly leads to connect them, and then I can do some experimenting here with charging. And I can put them in parallel, these solar modules, or in series, whatever I want. Probably just above the power points here somewhere, a little board or something, like a little panel. And then there are 4 cables, plus minus for each module here on the roof there. So that's the plan. And potentially I've got plenty of time now to do exactly that. Here. Yes, preparing for the zombie apocalypse. I hope it doesn't start before I get the Cybertruck. You know, you wanna smash through the zombies when it happens with your Cybertruck, and then you hose it down every night, clean it up, make it nice and clean. All right, so I will order some parts on eBay for a couple of dollars and do some testing here on the live chat, on the live stream. A mobile RC battery charger. Okay. But I've got a 24-volt battery. I've got this charger as well here for my somewhere here. I've got an RC charger as well, but this is only for these packs, 7.2 volts. So I would need one for 24 volts because I've got 24 volts. How many cells do I need of these ones for 24 volts actually? Calculator. So 24 divided by 3.7. 6, so 7 cells. If I take seven of these cells, yeah, they are all from old laptops, and I harvested them back. I put a note on the whiteboard at work and say, look, if everyone has got old laptop batteries, please bring them in for recycling. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, right? And I got some really, really old ones, some really bad ones, like this one here. Where's my camera? Look at this cell. This is probably 15 years old or something. And it was on 0.001 volt. And I got some of them revived, and they are still working fine. But some of these cells, well, they are not so good anymore. Keep them for decoration purposes or so, I don't know. I probably put them on the wall here. Hey, anyone from Germany knows this one here from Aldi? The old bottle. These are the new ones. And these were the old ones we had. We've got Jägermeister up there. The silver 1 liter container. Yeah, I think this is the bottle actually. This is the 1 liter bottle. These are the 0.7 liters. And this is the 0.7 as well. Yep, nice. Oh, no camera. Here we go. 6 cells are quite common. And this is lithium ion as well, or is it like nickel cadmium or nickel hydride battery stuff? But I guess you guys flying lithium ion now as well, don't you? In your RC cars and everything. Everything should be lithium ion these days. I didn't actually look on on RC models on eBay for chargers. You only know the new bottle. Well, the old one is about, I think they changed the design 6, 7, 8 years ago or so. That was shortly after we arrived here. So, yeah, lithium, yeah, lipo accus, yeah, lipo batteries. Now they are good. They are the same chemistry, same charging stuff. 6 cells. So this is close to 22, 24 volts as well, doesn't it? Yeah, 6 times 4.2. 4.2 times 6, 25 volts. That is, yeah. And with these ones we have, well, up to 15 volts times 2, yeah, 30 volts. So if I take 7 of them, 4.2 times 7, that's 29.4 volts. So that's the 30 volt we get out of this pack here. 2 of them. So 7 should be fine. But I don't want to charge them to 4.2 anyway. That's 100%. I don't want to do that anyway. I probably charge them only to 4.05 times 7. That's 28.3. That's fine. That is cool. Yeah, that's the plan. And then you buy this BMS stuff online on eBay. So 7 cell, let me just have a look. 7 cell BMS. There we go. I can actually share my desktop. I wasn't allowed to drink. That's cool. Here, this is one. This is 6 series, up to 6. That's a 7S. 21. No, 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 no. I've seen them far cheaper. 6S. I need a 7. There are only 6s in here. Is 7 uncommon, maybe? I don't know. 7S sell. This again, $21. I'm not paying $21. I've seen them already. 7S. This is the same module. Well, anyway, I'll find one. Probably if we go in here, select 5, only 6, 24, 15 amp. So $5 free shipping from China. That's insane, right? And this is everything you need. So what you do, this is your battery minus and your battery plus, and these are the single cells then. So in between here there's one cell, in between here's the next one, and the next one, next one, next one, next one. And this one takes control about everything, basically. That's the whole BMS. So, and that's why I don't know why Mitsubishi has an issue with their BMS, you know. If the Chinese can do this in this little piece here for $5. Let's have a quick look at the description here. High accuracy voltage circuit. Well, there's not much information. Oh yeah, here we go. 1S. Okay, we need to go to the 6S, 5S, 6S. 24 volts, 15 amp. So maximum discharge current 15 amp. The solar gate takes only 2.5 amps. Charging voltage 25.5. So this is the over voltage protection. Now this is the over voltage protection 4.28. I would never charge the cell to 4.28, but you cannot adjust this within the BMS here. You need to have the buck converter as well to limit the charging to 4.1 or even 4.05 volts or something. But this is only protecting the cells if the buck converter doesn't work anymore, and it would put the whole, it would charge the batteries. Why is it doing that? It would charge the batteries to that voltage, because if you charge them higher, they potentially start burning. That's not what you want. Discharge. See, and the discharge is to 2.5 volts down. I would not do this at all. I would stop at 3.4, 3.5 maybe or something. That is not good. Sleep current smaller than 10 microamps. That's good. Working current is almost nothing. Temperature -30, +80, optimal. That's perfect. Over current protection it has as well. 30 amps plus. Well, that's the BMS I need for $5. That'll do the trick, right? I just need to find one for $7. I think on AliExpress actually they sell them for aliexpress.com. Just wait. Face masks on the advertising, maybe? No. Not even that. 7S BMS. No thanks. There we go. That's a 7 cells in series, 20 amp, $3.90 on Ali. That's exactly what I need. Shipping is $1, so $5 I get this one. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. So you can see all the cables, they connect in between every cell. And then it balances the cell as well. Amazing. Oopsie. Amazing stuff. Maybe that's the one Mitsubishi bought. Yeah, maybe it is. On AliExpress for $5, $3.95 including shipping. Well, I don't know if they actually have. I don't think this is. Well, if you go back quickly to the website here, I don't think there's a software running on these ones here. This is just. Oh, well, maybe there is actually. No, I don't think so. They just compare voltages against each other, you know. These are the MOSFETs, the 6 big boxes there, the box at the top, to allow charging and discharging, and they measure the current. And then everything down here, all these little bits and pieces here, they are for the balancing and voltage regulation for each cell. But there's no software running on these ones here. I don't think so. They are not intelligent at all. They don't have a chip or something on there. They're all the same. That's why they are so cheap. Actually, this one may have. This one could be a controller here. And this one could run a software. That could be one, but they're even cheaper. $1.80. Insane. That is insane. This stuff is so cheap, really. I've got. Don't touch anything. I can see that. Yeah, I've got several of these BMS here. But they are from the laptops. They're only for 3S, so 3 cells. There's nothing I can use, so that's why they are in the rubbish already. That's a 6S actually here. It's a bigger one. Okay. Oh well. I'll buy a new one, just to make sure. And then I start with some of the cells, build up my battery, 24 volts. And once I get new batteries, I just add them in parallel to the whole pack to get more capacity out of it. And that's the plan. All right, guys. So, what are you up to this weekend? Are you all in lockdown? Forget it. I can't even ask. You're all in lockdown. Nobody's going anywhere. Yeah, I had one of these really old laptops here on HP. This one here, this is a really, a Toshiba laptop. And I think, come on. It's the other way around. Andy, come on, don't break it. There we go. No, that's not the one. This is 10.8 volt. So you can see 3 cells in there as well. No, you can't see it because I have the camera on. There we go. So there's 1, 2, and 3. That's how they are in there. And then another pack in parallel. And then you've got the board. And you've got your BMS in there with a connector. And this is exactly what sticks out here. There's the connector. So that's how they usually are built up inside. And they are easy to take apart. They just snap and then you can peel off the plastic. But these ones, they are really bastards here. They're really tough. Yeah, but you're right. I had one of these old laptops batteries here, which had like, I think 17 or something? But it wasn't 12 volt. Yeah, that's how they're built. Very easy. And it's always only one cell which is faulty. Only one of these 6 is faulty, and they'll end up on the stack there. But all the other 5, they are top. They are still working. And as you can see, they are sitting here on the workbench for months now. That was, I think this was still when I had the PHEV actually here, when I took all these apart and measured them and stuff, you know. And most of them are still good. I would consider over 6 months now, and they are not discharging below 4 volts. That's good. That's good enough for me. Because in the solar gate, they get charged every day. So it doesn't really matter if they have a little bit of self-discharging overnight. That doesn't really matter. As soon as the sun comes out again, I get new charge. Done. Doesn't cost me anything. So that's the plan. Amazing. Well, 6 viewers only. That's fine. This wasn't meant to be public. But it's cool. I should probably make one on the main channel again, on Unplugged TV. RC packs? No, I haven't. You can have a look. I don't know. Do they have any? I'm shopping for. So 7-cell RC battery. Let's see what we can find. These are the chargers here. These are the LiPo battery rechargeable car boat model plug. What is it? Oh no, that's the battery. Hang on, that's the battery. That's 7.4 volts only. So how much is it? 24? Is it 24 volt? 7 cells? That could be 24, right? Hang on. 7 cell. I should probably put in 24 volt. Are you using them for 24 volts? Volt RC battery. I can't see the live chat anymore now. No. How much volt have these batteries got? Power supply chargers. No, there's nothing. 24 volt. LiPo batteries. 24 volts. No, that's the same I had. I don't know. This is for cars. 14.8 volts, 1.8 ampere hours. 65C. Oh, wow. That is a lot of current. That's a 4S only. Well, yeah. Well, I don't want to buy a new battery or something. I just want to use what I have here and learn some stuff, you know, do some experimenting. I could potentially use one of these battery or a couple of these batteries here, put them together in a pack, so it suits the 24 volts. Do you know what the voltage is of such a pack? Because they only have 7.4 volts. This is only a 3.7. Yeah, 7. Yeah, there are only 2 cells in here. That's a 2S. PC. What do we have? 1.1 ampere hour. Okay, that's not enough. I've got the electronic. Yeah, the electronic itself in the garden, in the gate opener, uses about 60 milliamp constant, 24/7, just to operate the electronics. And then when the motor kicks in for the 2 gate, yeah, there are 2 motors, and they're using about 2.2 amps together on 24 volts. So if I do the maths here, 60 milliamp times 24 hours, that's 1.44 ampere hours. This is 1.4 ampere hours. And then the motors kick in, but they run only for a couple of seconds, you know. So I wonder why these batteries are not lasting anymore. They've got 7 ampere hours and use only 1. Say maybe 2.5 ampere hours for the motors to operate and the standby. 3.7. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but 3.7 times 7. That's 25.9 volts. I couldn't find anything on AliExpress. Most of them have only 7.2 or 7.4 volts. Certainly nothing with 25 or 26 volt. 26 volt lithium battery. Yeah, see this one 11.1. This is a 3S. Helicopter 25C. See, I don't need this C rating for it because I'm pulling only 2.5 amps max out of the battery. This is all. 7.4. Yeah, that's not the right stuff. I don't think this works for me. Where are we? Here. Yeah, I know it's 3.7 volt times the cells you have in series then. But I need something for 7 cells. Then I need to do some testing here and see if we can actually charge from solar with this buck converter. Yeah, no, that's all right. It potentially would work if I buy some of these cells. I've got some here from my old RC cars. I don't know if these packs are actually working. 7.2, 1.9 ampere hours. If I put them, I've got 3 of them. No, that's not enough. But they are nicht kurzschließen. Okay. They are nickel-cadmium batteries, so old. No, that's right, yeah. That's what I thought as well. They've got like 60 or 80 C, I've just seen there. They are really high output. And then they got really super hot. I've seen these videos when the guys pull these batteries out and they're like 80 degrees or something. So they can't even touch them. They're wearing gloves to touch these batteries. The other option is, hang on, I'll show you. There is solar charger program. Well, this doesn't work then. Jeez. Yeah, something like this one here, because I watched a couple of videos and they are pretty cheap as well. They're nasty cheap ones, but they've got a display and you can program them. So you can actually set your input and output batteries. They come for 10 amps. And this may work for the lithium-ion batteries as well. They're usually for these block batteries, for these big ones, but as I said, you can program them with the buttons and set your voltages and everything. This would be another option. 24 volts, 48 max power, and they are so cheap, that's unbelievable. 12 bucks. Ships from, well, we don't want anything from China and nothing from Spain at the moment, right? And nothing from the US. So I'm not sure. Yeah, what I thought is this. These buck converters. Yeah, these ones. That's what I've used before. And they are like you. Yeah, the input is like between 15 and 48 volts, and the output is always constant. So you can current regulate them and voltage regulate them, and you've got your input and your output. So your input on one side and output on the other one, on the other side, and it keeps the voltage and amps absolutely constant. I've used them before, they are brilliant. 20 amps max, 15 amps adjusted, efficiency 95%. Well, if this is true or not, I don't know. Output ripple is not important. And then I charge the lithium ion with them, because the voltage of the solar cells obviously changes over the daytime. You're starting in the morning and, well, they're ramping up 10, 12, 15 volts or something, going up to 25, and then the charging would kick in for the lithium ion battery. And then over the day it's fine. It doesn't matter what the solar cells bring, even there's a cloudy day or something. It doesn't matter. And then sunset, it goes down again, and then the buck converter will turn off at some stage. And the buck converter delivers only like 4.2 volts and constant amps of like 1 amp or something maximum, if the solar cell can deliver it when the sun is out. 7S LiPo. Okay, I can try that. I just copy that out of the chat. See if we can find something. I thought I looked for 7S. Where is it? Here. As before. Battery tester. Buzzer. I've got the cables there for battery management systems, but no actual batteries. Yeah, I don't think they are driving these batteries for RC models that high to 25 volts or something. I thought they are using like 7.4, 7 or 11 volts or something. But I've never seen a 24 or 26 volt battery. So not sure. Smart battery meter. Ah, that's a tester for 127S. Okay, cool. for $8. That's insane. How do they make these electronic stuff for $8 and then ship it for another 6 cents? I mean, there's this. Wow. It shows you the balancing, discharge, current. What is PP? Don't know. Up to 7S. Cool. I should get one of these ones here for my testing. Total voltage. Yeah, that's just a test. Lowest cell, highest cell. I get one of these as well. I like that. That is cool. Then I can test the whole pack without disassembling it again. It just works. And a scale in pink for $1.02. That's pretty cool. Are they still making these ones? Oh, it's a miniature one. And then this is from the 70s, you know, a spring-loaded scale for your bathroom. Or you can have the blue one. Insane. Well, that's a bit off topic, right? What you find in AliExpress. Oh, there we go. I'm back. So many options. Yeah, but that's a good idea. So we do a 7S pack. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's pretty long. 7S. This gives me 30 volts all in total. And then I bring up the other ones in parallel, put the BMS on it, and then charge these babies up. Nice project. The only problem I have is I won't get this material very quickly. If it really comes from China, it can take up to 4 weeks to get down here. Even it's not far away, but sometimes it takes 4 weeks to get through all the customs and stuff, you know, all the checkpoints. And they're using some economy shipping shit as well over there. I mean, they send stuff for 6 cents, you know. How do you do that? That's insane. Yeah, probably take what I have here. I try to crack these ones open and test all the cells inside, because there's a test light on it here, a test button, but there's no light, so I think they are completely dead. And the same with these ones. I can show you here. That is so... Oh, where's my... Hello? Maybe back. Oh, this camera. Oh, here it is. There it is. So with these ones, you can see the contacts at the top here. You would expect this one is the plus, and the minus is this one, which is the whole case, the whole metal case of it, not the case. This one here is the plus, and this little thing is the minus. So what I did, I charged them the other way around, because, well, they were completely dead, no voltage at all anymore, and I charged them the other way around. And the charger did it. It didn't complain at all. It charged them the other way around. And I couldn't get any measure. I mean, it didn't measure any capacity, of course, because it was the polarity was mixed. And I said, oh, something is wrong. And then I could measure on one of the 3 cells. I could measure a little bit of voltage, And I said, hang on, what's going on here? Plus is the case and minus is this one. That is totally unusual. So I turned them around and put them on the charger, and voila, works. 1.7 ampere hours. Still working. Yeah, that's what you learn here on Andy's workbench. Definitely. Well, sometimes I've got batteries here on the concrete floor in the garage and have like a metal bucket on top of it to cover it up. And then I charge it overnight because some of the cells, they got really warm and I wasn't quite sure if they are faulty or something. I didn't want to cause a fire here on the wooden workbench, you know. So I put everything on the concrete floor, long cables to the charger up here, and then put the metal bucket on top of this whole stuff and let it charge the whole night through. I said, if there's a fire, it will burn contained in this area, just in the bucket. But, well, it never got a fire here. So thankfully it's just working. But mostly these were cells which are not working correctly anymore. So I couldn't rescue them anyway. Yeah, all right, guys. How long are we into the 1.5 hours in the live chat? Yoo-hoo. Oh, that's great. That's cool. So I've got another 4 days at work until Thursday. And then I will work from home until whenever they want me back. So that's good. That gives me plenty of time. I don't need to dress up anymore for work and everything. I just sit naked on my computer, you know, as always, and do some work, edit videos on the other one, and then we go from there. That's what you do, right? In a lockdown. And then we just wait for the zombie apocalypse to start. Well, I just said this on my other channel today. Apparently they have developed a quick test for the virus now here in Australia. It's like a pregnancy test. It's like this stripe, this white stripe. You need to have a blood sample of yourself, but it's just a quick pinch and a very small amount of blood necessary for that. Similar to the if you measure your blood sugar, you know, you just take a very small sample and put this on this carrier material, and then you've got a solution. You put a drop of this solution on top of it, and within 15 minutes there will be a bar or no bar. So if you have a bar, you're pregnant, obviously, and if you have no bar, you're not. Just for the virus, you know. So if there's a bar, you most likely have the virus. And they are testing for antibodies in your blood. So if you have the virus, obviously your body starts producing antibodies to fight this virus, and they're looking for these antibodies in your blood. And they developed this little thingy there. Obviously, it's not expensive, but they said they are in contact with the government here in Australia to produce about 5 million of them per week. I think they are asking for money now for this whole thing, you know, so you can basically test everyone. Hey, Andrew. My serious tone. I'm not always serious. You should watch you can't watch the other channel. It's in German. I'm not always serious. Well, there's not much we can do about this whole situation, you know. We can only follow the practice and stay away from other people and practice social distancing and stay at home as much as possible. But apart from that, not much we can do, right? But it's interesting they developed this quick test now. So it was in the news here in Australia just this afternoon. I thought this is really interesting that they have actually developed something like this so quickly. And if they can really produce, it has apparently an 86% accuracy, so it's not 100% accurate. So even if you are pregnant, you may not have the virus, but there's only a small chance that you don't. So who knows? They may refine this as they go, and it will be more accurate over time, but who knows, you know? I think you can't post any links in here, I think. I'm not sure. Can you? Can you post links in the chat? No. Maybe not. I think there's a setting somewhere in YouTube to allow this or not, and it's turned off by default, and I haven't changed any settings. Not sure if you want to post this here in the chat, you just leave the https:// away and just post the link in there without the https, so the program doesn't recognize it as a link. Yeah, interesting development, I thought. But let's see what is happening in the US now, because this is exploding there at the moment. And, well, who knows what's going on. I'm always, you know, I bring up, oh shit, I've got so many tabs open here, AliExpress now. There's the pink scale. Let me clean this up here quickly. Here we go. This is Unplug TV. I want the other channel. Here we go. Living Down Under. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Come on, my aiming. Yeah, if you understand German language, you can go to Living Down Under and watch my German commentary here. But there was something I want to show you. I usually use this live stream here. Yeah, this one here. Just need to turn off the music. They're playing some music here. It's terrible. So this gives you a good overview about all the countries now in the world. Totally off topic of battery stuff now. Yeah, I know. Don't want to do this all night long. But you can see Australia, 3,640 cases, 14 deaths, and 250 people have recovered. That's how you read the website. And you can see the USA is exploding at the moment. So I think give it another couple of days and they have more deaths in there in the US than in Italy. I'm pretty certain this will happen. And Germany is doing well. They have only, sadly, 400 deaths, 399, but 53,000 cases. So, well, they obviously can contain these people, and they have enough hospital beds, of course. Yeah, very depressing. Whenever something changes, you get this update up here. This is a live ticker. What's interesting is you can actually use this slider and go back about 12 hours, and you can compare this setting here 12 hours ago with the current one, with the live one up here. This is half a day. You can see in Australia this morning 3,180, and now we have a few more. Oh, this should be not in HD. Okay, I hope the live stream still works. 3,600, so roughly 500 gives you another 15% or so. Okay, I turn this one off now again. Yeah, that's another 15% just from today for this whole stuff. And, well, I personally think they should have locked everything down here far earlier, 3 weeks ago maybe even 4. But schools are still open, you know. My wife works in a school here where I work in the same town, high school. They've got 1,100 students, and until yesterday, until Friday, 680 was still there. So 700 students still there, and next week we've got these student-free days until the Easter holiday. So they sent all the students home. No, actually not. They cannot close the school because this is a federal government decision not to close schools, but they have made available these 5 student-free days now. So students don't need to come anymore. But whoever who is working in these essential jobs now, like nursing, if you're a doctor or something, you can send your child still to school, and they are supervised. They don't do any learning or something in there anymore, but they are supervised. Hey JB, how long have you been here? Haven't seen you in the live chat before. Yeah, no, Switzerland, most of them do that. But New Zealand, they are totally locked down, so they want to totally, kill the virus by locking everything down completely. This is just another, another method or another possibility you can do. You can either do everyone goes home, nobody comes out until the virus is dead, or you can do this herd immunity, what they usually, or what they do in Australia here. So you let it spread through across the communities and everything, but you control it, and you let it spread slowly, so people can hay fever. So people can actually develop these antibiotics and everything. So no, never back in Germany for the last 11 years, not since 2009. Yeah, family's doing great. They're watching my videos on the other channel, so it's all good. They keep up to date. I don't know. We Skyped with my mom on Friday night or something. Well, she's got so many books at home. She reads books all the time now. She's not a big online person, but she reads, so that's fine. They're preparing the gardens and everything. It's springtime over there, so they get the garden up and running and need to mow a lot because it rains all the time. Plenty of work there in the gardens as well, so they are not bored. And they still can get out, to go for a walk or something. It's not like they're really locked away. Oh, God. I need to sneeze. This is not a symptom, so don't. Just hay fever. No, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, so that's an interesting website there. And I usually watch the live stream there twice a day or something, just to see what's going on. But then the American President Trump he's a funny guy, really. I mean, not funny. He's an idiot. He's really an idiot. He's telling everyone the whole virus pandemic will be gone and everyone will be sitting in church on Easter time again. So, I mean, how can you do that? It's not up to him when the virus stops spreading and everything. And as you can see from the numbers there on the website, I mean, they've got 110,000 infected people now. And the deaths are rising so quickly. I mean, you look at these videos from New York City and everything, when they have these big trucks there and just carrying dead bodies out of this hospital there. Oh. And he tells everyone, no, we're all good. We're all good. This will all go away. We are getting back to normal very soon. That's just so wrong. That is so wrong. And I hope he doesn't get re-elected, really. I just hope so. I hope he fucks this one up now and doesn't get re-elected. And it looks like he does. Because he wants now to have all the states categorizing themselves if they are low, medium, or high risk in terms of the virus. And then isolate. If you are high risk, you isolate. If you are medium risk, you probably don't isolate that much. And if you are low risk, yeah, don't think about it. Go back to work. That is wrong. That is wrong. That's not how you contain a virus. Really. That is super wrong. Yeah, anyway, guys, that's how it is, right? Oh, hi, Derek. Just stay safe and keep home. I have my PHEV just parked. Excellent. Yeah, maybe he does. The the UK Prime Minister, what is he called? Tony? No, not Tony. What's his name? Tony Johnson? Johnson? I don't know. I don't know his first name. Can't remember. Johnson. You know the guy with the wild hair. I like him. He's really good. He's got it apparently too now, and Prince Charles and the Queen. I don't know. I just read this on the internet. It was a tick or something. I said, okay, if this is true or not, I don't know. But that's what they are saying. I know the Prime Minister in the UK, he's got it definitely. He's positive. He is isolated now, but he's still leading the country. Boris, thank you very much. That's him. Yes. Of course you know that. Yes. Boris Johnson. Yeah. But I don't know if this is true with the Queen, if the Queen has it or not. Yeah. Geez, this was just a pre-workshop thingy to think about what we need to get this battery up and running. I've got my soldering iron here, but it's not turned on. I wasn't planning to do anything. I haven't got any parts here apart from the batteries itself. I need these BMS stuff and some buck converters, and then we will do some soldering and some testing and some measuring. Some explosions and fires, what you want to expect from a real-time workshop. We make this work. Maybe not. That's a Patreon-only thing. Oh, well, I'll think about it. Maybe it's good to open it up sometimes. Get some more people in the live chat. Yeah, Prince Charles has it. I know, it's a lot of videos, right? It's a lot of videos. I do a video every day on the other channel at the moment. Every day. It's a lot. But you should have time now, You should be in lockdown. You should be at home reading books or watching my videos. So don't complain. I know you've got nice weather, but watch my videos. I don't know about the Queen. If the Queen has it as well. I don't know. That might be just not true. But possible. Yeah, when we finish this one in 11 minutes, I'll do it 2 hours, 2 hours. That's all for today. I mean, this was a wrong configured live streaming event here on the channel. Which is not bad. It wasn't a bad thing. We have figured things out here, We know what to do now. I know what to order, and I get some parts in, and then we continue this whole situation here. But again, on Unplugged TV, most of the people don't care about this stuff. They don't want to see electronic blah blah whatever. Maybe that's something we can do on Andy's Garage, on the other channel. There, you look up Andy's Garage. There are 2 Andy Garage channels on YouTube. There's one with 500 something subscribers, and the last video is from 3 or 4 years ago. And there's my Andy's Garage channel on there, which has 5 subscribers, and there's no content. Well, that's me. I just did some live streaming on there and some testing with the OBS software here, how this all works, and with all the cameras set up and how this all works. We did some testing on the Patreon level. But maybe we can open this up for everyone, and everyone who is interested in that, in the electronic side of battery management stuff and soldering and testing and measuring, you know. I will order some better cameras as well, because this is only a 720p camera. It's in HD, but it's not a full HD. And I've got this really bad lighting here. I mean, this is insane. I've got some cardboard underneath here. If I open this up, I look like a zombie then, you know. It's just not bad stuff. That's why I'm still testing it and get this all. How do I look? Better? It's too dark now. It comes the light from the other side. See, this is all shit. The light is good if you work here, but it's not good for live streaming. Well, I've got these 3 channels so far, but I can make more if you like. So let me know. If you have any ideas, I'm in. I've got plenty of time now. And now this Andy's garage was an idea. I have planned some other stuff, some computer stuff on there as well, and hardware modification experiments, you know. But I never found the time to do it. And I wanted to stream this live as well. Well, I got to the part of the live stream, but I didn't get to the part of the actual experiments. So I don't know. I can make more channels, so that's not a problem. This hay fever. I haven't shown you I haven't shown you this lizard tonight. There is a lizard here on the window. Probably I can. Hang on. I just to do that. Yeah, see, there's the window here. And because all the insects coming, of course, of the light here now, they are sitting on the outside, and there's a little lizard coming and eating all the insects. And the last, it's not here yet. And last Saturday, when it was here, you could see the lizard had 3 or 4 eggs in his belly, because the light was so bright shining on his belly from the underside. You could see 3 or 4 eggs. And I said, that's a pretty good idea if you put a camera somewhere over here or something, filming the window, and whenever he turns up, I just switch the camera to show you this little lizard. And then he gets these big insects here, and he can't cope with them, and he takes them and smashes them on the frame of the window all the time until they die, and then he eats them slowly, and you can find all the bits and pieces on the outside of the window then the next morning. Yep, he's very brutal, very brutal. Where's my camera? Here we are back. Yes. No, I don't think YouTube is throttling anyway to 720p. I think you can stream in full HD and 1080. That should be possible. I don't know if the bandwidth is good enough here, because I've got only... Oh god, I've got a dodgy setup here. I've got a 5-meter USB cable, a 5-meter USB, passive USB cable, and on the other end is the Wi-Fi dongle plugged in. And I've got almost no reception inside the garage here, very limited only. Basic surfing, yes, but no streaming or something. So I need to bring the USB dongle out of the garage, out of the metal cage here, and then it works. So that's why the 5-meter cable is here. And it works. It gets power, it gets signal, it works. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, shit, I've got some insects in my water now here. Ah, shit. God. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything. Back. Yeah, well, and with this setup, I'm getting about nine megabit now. Now I'm getting sorry, no, I'm getting about 20 megabit now with the Wi-Fi and about 9 megabit upload, and I use only 5. So I'm not sure if I go for the full HD, it may not even work because the upload will double. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll do some more investigation on that. Yeah, I think the bad picture just look, this is all totally overexposed here from the light. This is all white in the camera, and my face has just this shade on here and this bright light on here. It's just the setup of this whole light is just shit. I should have more lights on the ceiling here on different locations so we don't get shade and everything, and the light comes from better directions. Or probably I should have one at the front here. Oh well, I figure something out over time. Yeah, extra protein here. No, thanks. Where's the Tesla? Derek asked. Which do you think is better overall, the PHEV or the Tesla? Well, it depends. It depends on your circumstances, you know. If you drive 500-600 kilometers a day, well, even then the Tesla is better. Yeah, I don't know. It's a totally different style of car, you know. You've got an SUV and a sedan car. It's a sports sedan, so it's a totally different car. If you like this higher seat position and you like to drive an SUV, PHEV is fine. Apart from the usual features it has, you know. You know the past videos I made. But no, the Tesla is insanely good. I mean, it is really, really good. Germany anyway, because politicians without technology experts complain. Yeah, that's right. No, I like the Tesla is really good. The quality is not the best, of course, as people know, but that's not what you buy the car for. You buy the car for the tech, you know, to get the updates and everything, and it evolves. So I've got the car for 6 months now, and I had about almost 10, I think 8 or 9 updates. The other one is coming right now, and the car got so much functionality since then. That's just incredible how they do that, you know. And this is all included in the price as well, so you don't pay for any updates. While with the PHEV, you know, you get your map update, and they charge you $160 for it, just for the maps, which is totally ridiculous. And yeah, probably the panel gaps and the alignment sometimes it's a bit off, but I got this all fixed, as you know, from the beginning. So I was really picky with them, and they fixed them all, and now it's fine. I still think the quality of the paint is not the best. Maybe the thickness is not the best, but you know, who knows? Who knows? The car comes with 4 years warranty here in Australia and 8 years on the battery and drivetrain. And I don't think I'll drive this 8 years long here. I don't know. I'm really interested in the Cybertruck. I'm really, really interested. Yeah. Well, the long range, I don't know. I don't see the point of the long range here in Australia. I mean, if you do really long trips, really, really long trips, a couple of times a week, it might be worth looking into it. But apart from that, see, we've done this 1,500 kilometers before Christmas up to Agnes Water, up to the up the coast, and I had no issue with the Standard Range Plus, no issue. It's not like you drive it down and you start sweating because you've got only 6 or 8 or 10% in it. You know, everything is red and flashing at you, and you got only 30 kilometers left until you reach the next charger or something. Nah, that's not happening. Even the Standard Range Plus, totally fine. Totally fine, even long distances and everything. And here where I live, we've got only this one charger at the university, which I'm used to use. But I don't use it anymore now, and so we don't have any public charging infrastructure here. And as I said, charging to 60% every night, keep the battery nice and healthy, and then discharging it to 40% maybe during the day, even when I sit in the car during my lunch break and have the aircon running. It doesn't go below usually 45% during the day or so. And then I charge it back up overnight. 60% gives me 225 kilometers around on the battery. So yeah, Bundaberg is totally fine. See, we have been in Agnes Water, which is just around the corner, you know that. And there was no issue at all. You've got the Queensland Electric Superhighway down here, and they charge you only 20 cents per kilowatt hour, which is super cheap. And there's no problem at all. Yeah, see you, Andrew. Have a good night. 10:15 here. And yeah, as you said, Daniel, yeah, the Standard Range Plus is probably the best value you get for the money. I think the long range is a bit overpriced. Well, you get the second motor, you get the all-wheel drive in it, which we really don't need down here because we don't have snow. You get the higher performance, you get the longer range. That's what you get for your, is it 18 grand? I can't remember. It was, oh, come on. Hang on, there's an emergency. Yeah, got it. I shouldn't put it under the light here. Yeah, I would not need the long range battery in the Model 3. Not for my needs. Definitely not. So I'm driving this 40 kilometers a day or something, and then come back home. And if I have customer appointments or so, well, I still got 220 kilometers in the battery, you know? So no big deal. Yeah, exactly. And the performance in the Standard Range Plus it's incredible. I mean, it does the 0 to 100 in 5.3 or something. And yeah, it was 5.6 or something, and then there came the update, and you got 5% more performance or something. So it does it in a little bit over 5 seconds or so. I drive in chill mode all the time. I drive in chill mode. I like this dull, gas pedal, like in the PHEV with the eco button. You press the eco button, and you have to press further to get the same power and everything. You've got a little bit more play in the whole pedal, and that's what I like in the Tesla as well. So I drive in chill mode all the time, and I'm still faster than probably 95% of all the cars out there. So I still race V6s in chill mode. They still haven't got a chance. And if you see there's a V8 coming, you just put the car quickly in standard mode, and then it flies. It just goes. I'm always impressed when I do that, how fast the car is then in standard mode. It's just insane. I've driven the performance model as well in Brisbane once, and this is just brutal. I mean, this is just too much. I think it is ridiculous power output. I don't know. Oh, okay, the model, the Mazda 3 Sport model, 8 to 9 seconds to 100. Yeah, well, yeah, the Standard Range Plus is a lot faster. I haven't had any other car fast as that. Yeah, the Mazda feels slow now. Yeah, I know. I tell you, when I drive cars at work, then after the Tesla and everything, oh, the first time I almost crashed them because there were no one pedal driving. It didn't slow down when you take your foot off the accelerator. It's not funny. It's not funny, really. Or if you want to cross a road or something and you say there's a gap, okay, go. You press the accelerator and nothing happens. I said, what the fuck is going on? It's not driving, it's not driving. Then it's slowly, it's not even accelerating, you know, it's more like, I don't know. It's a very slow acceleration, especially from a standstill, and with a Tesla you just tap it and you're gone. It's such a different driving to all the other cars there. And well, that's just how it is. You're getting used to it. What I've done in one of my videos, I haven't published the video yet. I have changed the regen power from standard to low, and I have driven the car for a day on low regen power, and this is not going to work either. This is like a normal ICE car. You take your foot off and it slows down very slowly, you know, very gradually and slowly, but it doesn't come to a full stop. I think it does it actually eventually. I can't remember. It's a while back when I did that. I can't remember actually if it eventually does. But I constantly had to brake because there was not enough room to let the car come to a brake. The regen is limited to about 40 kilowatts or something then, so similar to the PHEV. But yeah, it's a totally different driving style you have to adapt to. So I put it back in standard regen power then. Yes, the Model S Performance 85. Yeah, that's a great car. Yeah, I've driven that as well. The P85D. Yeah, it's totally pointless to have this much power. I think so too. They've got like 689 or something horsepower, close to 700, and the new ones have even more. They've got over 700 now. It's too much. It's far too much. Burn the dyno tools, yes. Yes, the pedals. The pedals were a good thing on the PHEV. Thanks, Andrew. That's exactly right. The pedals were insanely good, especially the B0 setting, so you can turn it off and coast. I've done a similar thing, I think in the next video coming on the channel now, where I drove to Lowood here, and I put the car in neutral. So you have to hold halfway up, the right stock halfway up until it goes back in neutral, and then it coasts. I used this quite a lot, and you could see how the energy consumption went down in the car. That was pretty good. But if you would have the pedals in the Teslander, for example, in the Tesla, you could adjust the regen power as you go. It would extend the range a lot, because I would drive in B0 then a lot. But on the other hand, when you press the brake pedal in the Tesla, it actually brakes. It uses a friction brake to brake. There's no regen first and then brake like in the PHEV. It brakes immediately, because you can see this little bar going up, and black is using power and green is regenerating power. And when you coast and you press the brakes, there's no regen, nothing. It uses the friction brakes to slow down the car then. Yeah, if they would put pedals in there, even with, I mean, five brake regen settings were a little bit too much, I thought. If they put in 3 or something, so off, medium, high, something like this, you know, or maybe even 4, then like, well, then we are almost at 5 anyway. So if they do a off, yeah, weak, normal setting with pedals, that would be good. That would be good, really. Yeah. Well, it's just a software thing, actually, then, and then they can, yeah, remount the pedals at the steering wheel, and the rest is software, because they can adjust the regen power just fine in the Tesla. That's just software stuff. But that's right. I didn't think about the flappy pedals in the the PHEV. And what I would like to see in the Tesla is actually a super chill mode, which reduces the power even more. So it drives like a normal car. It's not like overpowered like it is in chill mode now. The super chill mode would be like a normal ICE car driving it. Apart from the regen. The regen I would leave like it is, one pedal driving, but power limitation on the motors. So you're probably, it's not a symptom, it's not a tumor. Power limitation on the motors I would like to see to, yeah, just to save more energy, to extend your range, you know. Because it's still in chill mode, it's still ridiculous what you have there. Oh yeah, they can do that. Yeah, I don't think the right stock does anything at the moment, does it? Yeah, the grandma mode. That's exactly right. That's what I want. The Miss Daisy mode. Yes, the Barry and Miss Daisy mode. Like in the good old times. Yes, they would be good. Super chill mode or chill mode plus or something. Chill plus mode or whatever. Yeah, that would be good. Well, I mean, theoretically, they could give you something like the track mode they have now, where you can adjust all the settings yourself and then save it as a snapshot basically for your driving. They could do the same with the chill mode. They could make this more open, and you've got these little sliders on your touch board inside, and you change the settings as you want. So you limit the power to whatever, say like 60 or like 100 kilowatts or something for the motor. But if you do a kick down, you get full power in an emergency situation, for example. Well, we're almost at the PHEV box now, right? To modify the driving and behavior of the car. I've still got the PHEV box actually up there. Decoration. There it is. Packed up and wrapped. The good old PHEV box. What a piece of shit, huh? Wow, that was insane. Yes, that's correct, Derek. Yes. As soon as you press the brake pedal in the Tesla, it uses the friction brakes to brake. And you can easily do that if you put the car in neutral and let it coast and then brake. There's no regen. There's nothing. It uses the brakes, friction brakes, which is disappointing a bit. You know, you would expect Tesla would do the same as Mitsubishi then in this circumstances. You know, put the regen first, harvest the energy back, because the normal brakes, they will just destroy everything. But maybe this is something they can software integrate as well later on if they want to. But on the other side, you know, you don't really let the car coast. I mean, it's not necessary to drive the Tesla like the PHEV. The PHEV with a small battery, you always were constrained with the range. You had only these 40, 50 kilometers, and every 100 meter you saved by coasting was adding up eventually and gave you more range. Hey Joe, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining in. Well, after 2 hours 15 minutes, you have to go in the corner now and watch from there 10 minutes because you are late, right? We will start it at 8, not at 10:30. Jeez. Well, yeah, with the Tesla, you don't really drive the car in the same way as the PHEV because you've got this huge battery, and if you would coast and you get a little bit more range in the Tesla, who cares? If you have 200 and say 200 kilometers or something, and you do a coasting session, you do a coasting trip where you coast a lot, and you have 210 kilometers, I mean, it's not a big deal. With these big batteries, you just drive the car normally. You take your foot off your regen before a stoplight, or you want to slow down the car, and then you drive again. You accelerate sporty, you drive it sporty, or you drive it in chill mode like I do, and you just drive it. You don't really care how much energy you use because it's just there. The battery is so big, it's just there. So I see. Okay. Yeah, there was a bit of misconfiguration from my point with the live stream tonight. I was actually at dinner, and it was 7:30, and I said, "Shit, I haven't put any event up on YouTube. They don't know what to click on actually for the live stream then." And then I did it here like 10 minutes before the live stream started, and I had the third camera set up, and it didn't work because I overloaded my USBs. And then I just click on the go live one, and it created a new stream. That's why everyone else is in there as well. It's not a Patreon only live stream as we plan to do. This is an open one now, but that's fine. So yeah, next time better planning. Definitely. Well, it's actually good. It's actually good we have more people here in the live chat. That makes totally sense. We get more interaction then. Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably, yeah, I mean, the Tesla drives insanely smooth and quiet, and the whole engineering of this car is really, really good. It's really good. I've never driven another car like this, apart from the Model S maybe. I've never driven the Model X. I have driven in the Model X with someone else, but never driven it myself. But the Model S and Model 3 are feeling similar. They are feeling similar. And it's such a smooth and quiet riding, and you've got all this power available at any time. You don't really coast with these cars. You don't really coast. And I don't think they do the same with any other electric vehicle. I'm not sure of the BMW i3 because the BMW has the pedals, right? I don't know if they can coast, but they've got a smaller battery on the other side. They've got only 30 kilowatt hours or so. And the Leaf has pedals? I don't know. I can't remember. A friend had to drive the full electric Mercedes B-Class. They've got a full electric Mercedes B-Class? Ah, right, yes. Ah, yeah, they've got this range extender stuff in there, like the BMW i3 has as well. And it's just coming on and producing electricity with a generator. It doesn't drive the car actually, it just produces energy, and then the electric motors keep driving the car. Yeah, that's a range extender. See, it's actually a pretty good idea to do that because you've got only this little 2 or 3 cylinder motor in the back, very small, compact stuff, and a generator attached to it. And if you need the 150 kilometers you get out of the tank, it's only 5, 6, 7 liters or so on fuel. This is a good concept because you don't have the clutch system as in the PHEV. In the PHEV, the actual engine can drive the car itself without the electric drivetrain. But there's a very complicated stuff with all the clutches and gear stuff involved. But in these ones, the engine only drives the generator, creates electricity, drives the car. But the big downside is you need to maintain this engine all the time, even if you don't use it. And you know from the PHEV times, when I had it here and I drove my 30 kilometers to work and back, in full electric all the time. And I didn't use the engine that much over the year, but I still had to maintain it. I still had to go to bloody Mitsubishi and pay them $600, $700, $800 a year for maintenance. And this was the main reason I never liked this. And I said, look, the PHEV is good. It suits my needs here. I can tow, drives me to work and back in full electric, but I need to maintain it. I need to spend money on the maintenance. They're doing oil changes and spark plugs and belts and all this whatever stuff is in there. And I said, this is just not what I want. This is not what I want. And there was always this further goal there to buy a full electric car at some stage. And I looked at the Hyundai Ioniq as well, and I test drove it. I think I want to make a video about this. Yeah, I think. Oh, it's just a while back. It was, well, it feels totally different. It was good, but it wasn't good as me buying it. You know, I wasn't like I said, oh yeah, I want this car. It was nice to drive. It had all the features in there. Far too many buttons, I think, far too many. Overloaded with buttons and functions. And the price was not right. This was like it was, I think there were 56 or something, 56,000 Australian dollars here when they came out. And we didn't have any prices for the Tesla Model 3 at this point of stage. And I said, look, if the Tesla costs only 60,000, what they were expecting at this point of time. Okay, Andrew, see you next time. Stay in touch. See you in WhatsApp then, and on the Patreon page, and in the next live chat, and in the next video, whatever. See you, Andrew. Thanks for everything. Yeah, so the prices came out, and well, the Tesla was 66 in Australia, and the Ioniq was 56, so $10,000 cheaper. I said, look, it's not worth buying the Hyundai. It has no updates, no over-the-air updates. It has all these buttons in there. It has a far smaller battery. It has less range, no screen, no fun, no, as I said, the updates is a big plus in the Tesla, a big plus. I said, well, that's $10,000, you know, you get a Hyundai or you get a Tesla. So, hence the decision. Yeah, exactly. The engine really feels a bit useless in the PHEV. Yeah. Especially when you drive very slowly and the engine kicks in and then the engine revs up and you drive like 40 kilometers an hour and the engine spins like 4,000, 4.5, 5,000 RPMs and everyone is looking at you because you're going up this hill and the battery just died and the engine kicked in and you're driving like Miss Marple, but yeah, it feels like in the first gear then. That's how it sounds like. I was trying to avoid this by keeping extra juice in the battery with the charge and save button. Oh God, I can't even remember that really. The charge and save button. Insane. Yeah, all right, guys. 2.5 hours. Wow, 2.5 hours. I really saw. That's a long time for an unplanned, spontaneous live stream here out of Andy's garage. Yeah, so, well, we can certainly do something the next time a little bit more planned, and I can prepare. I wasn't prepared to having these many people in the live chat as viewers. Because, yeah, we were just going to talk about what we are going to do with the battery. So the next time I can have some parts here and then we do some more electronic stuff, maybe on Andy's garage, then not on the Unplugged EV, because other people people will unsubscribe. You know, they think you are going a different way now. You're building your own battery shit here together. Most people will not be interested in that. So, but I can actually announce it on the other channel, on the Unplugged TV, and say, look, if you're interested, come to Andy's garage, and we do some live streaming and live soldering and live fires here and explosions. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's put one of these cells the other way around in the charger and see what happens. Well, nothing happened with these ones. They stayed flat and they're still working. We need more current, more power, because they start a fire very quickly. If you go like 4.4, 4.5 volts, they go off. They're getting really big, and then they explode and start a fire. Should do one here on the driveway, on the gravel, and see what actually happens. How big the fire is. Do some experimenting. Maybe with these ones, with these old cells. They're not working anymore. Good idea. I figured something out. And as you can see, I've got boxes here. Can't show you the label. I've got boxes here. There's more equipment for the Tesla in there, so there were more videos coming. I filmed so much for the channel, and I haven't got time to edit everything and put it on the channel here. I'm probably like 7-8 videos back again on this channel. No, don't plug up the garage. That's right. Yeah, I try not to. I put everything on the concrete floor here, or use long cables. I'm planning to electric conversion on my Trajan today. Ah, you've got a Trabant. Wow. I know my uncle's brother in Germany, they were separated when they built up the wall, East and West Germany, and his brother lived in the eastern state in Thüringen, not far away from the border. And when they opened the border, he came over with his Trabant 601. Wow, what an amazing car! What an amazing car, really. Made out of this material here. That's the good Type X insulation panel. That's exactly what the good old Trabant was made of. Actually, that's a pretty good car to do an electrification conversion on it, because it's so light, and you can take out the 2-stroke engine very quickly, unless you've got one of the modern ones with a 4-stroke engine in it. One of the last ones they built. But that's actually a good project to do. You need some more batteries or for this whole thing. Old laptop batteries, and then put them all in. Like in the Tesla, you stand them up, and I've got them all somewhere. Well, I think you can buy some old or some used Tesla battery packs and just use these packs, you know. Build your own, put your own BMS on it, your own charger, and then you're good. Just be a bit careful with the motors you put in there, because you don't want any of the Tesla motors in your Trabant. It will break everything. They've done this. There's this company in California, EV West. You can have a look on YouTube, EV West. They do all kind of conversions with old cars like Volkswagen Beetles and everything, and they put Tesla gear in there, so Tesla drivetrains, Tesla motors, and batteries and BMS stuff. Insane. And then they put like 350 tires on there or something, otherwise they can't get the torque on the road. So, oh, you've got a 2-stroke. Wow. Okay. Oh well. Easy to remove. That's fairly easy. Yeah, it's a good project. I would like to do this here in Andy's garage here. Put one of these cars in here and then have a go on it. Take all this crap out of it. You probably need a hoist or something, or at least like a little crane situation. You can lift heavy stuff like gearboxes and everything. Ah, you bought it 10 years ago. Yeah. Yes, you have to make your own YouTube channel, Derek. Definitely. Make your own YouTube channel and do the conversion. That'll be awesome. Yes. Like rich rebuilds, you know, just with a Trabant. You should be able to get this online, the stuff, all the battery packs and motors and everything. There should be heaps of companies in Europe who are selling this shit, you know. That shouldn't be a big problem. Maybe you can trade, give them the two-stroke engine and get an electric motor for that. And you really, you don't need a big motor in there. I mean, if you get a 60 kilowatt, even a 40 kilowatt motor in there, that's totally sufficient. With 100% torque from 0 RPM, you know, it'll be fast. It'll be fast, definitely. And the 40 kilowatt motors, they are not big. They are fairly small ones. And then like Rich Rebuild did, you put this flange in the front. They've got the motor in front. Yeah, they do. Yeah. You take out all the gearboxes and everything, and you put the motor, or you leave the gearbox even in, and you put this flange in there, and you attach the motor, and then you still got your gear selector and everything in there. If you want to keep the gearbox running, and you don't need the clutch anymore, you just change the gear whenever you want. It disengages the motor for a second if you do that, and you change the gear, and then it runs in second gear, so it gets really fast. And if it has 4 gears or something, it will get really fast on the German Autobahn. Really fast. Ah, cool. I have to look this up. Wartburg. Yeah. This was the better one, wasn't it? That was the higher model in the good old times over there. There was a Trabant, was the basic style car model they had, and then the Wartburg was the better one. Big better, a bit bigger. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. The Outlander PH or the Outlander with a 70 to 100 kilowatt hour battery would sell like hotcakes. Absolutely. Get rid of the engine. As I said, there was an advertising popping up of one of the videos, and it was saying they're building a Mitsubishi Pajero now as a plug-in hybrid, but it had only was it a 12 kilowatt hour battery? Or maybe even smaller. I can't remember. It just was scrolling through something and it popped up there. That's just insane. I mean, that's like 30 kilometers. Yeah, you can even drive in second gear. That's right. Yes, you can even do that. It's an easier conversion, you know. You don't need to fiddle around with all the attachments to your wheels and everything, all this kind of stuff. You leave the gearbox in there and just attach your electric motor and off you go. You drive in second gear. You've got so much torque then. Well, I'll probably put an 80 kilowatt motor in there. It goes really, really fast and then race some Teslas on the drag strip. It would be so cool. Yeah, you need a garage somewhere where you put the car in and lots of tools and time. Time. When do you want to do this? How much longer should this lockdown take, you know, to build up such a car then? It just... Oh, shit, there's another insect in here. Oh, I've got a coaster here. I can just cover it up. Okay, guys, I think I'll close the live stream in a few moments. 2.5 hours. Come on. Come on, Andy. Jeez. But it's good. I've got everything organized now. I know what to do. I know what to order. And once we get the parts, we do some more stuff here. Yeah, you have the time now. That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right. Just reading. I think we've got a really long delay from when you post something there until I can see that here. That's probably like 30 seconds now. It's not a symptom. All right, buddy. Good night. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in accidentally. It's good. Everyone has got so much time at the moment. Yeah, I think we call it a night now. We let people go. And we do it again next time. I'll post something on the channel then to see what we can do if you do this on Andy's garage or something with the batteries. And if you're interested, you come across. And everything else is on the German channel at the moment. So I'm doing a daily video on there about the situation here in Australia and about the situation worldwide. And yeah, what people are doing, sharing some ideas, and it's pretty good, pretty interesting. Interesting development, and it changes quickly every day basically, so lots of stuff to talk about. All right, guys, then I'm signing off. We will see you in the next video, the next live stream, I must say. And as always, stay charged. Whatever you have, plug it in, charge it, and drive. Charge it. Okay, guys, see you next time then. Bye bye. All the best. Yeah, come earlier next time. Otherwise, you have to stand in the corner again for 10 minutes and watch from there. How do I end this actually here? I can't. Hang on. Full screen. And there's the button. All right. Yeah, all stay healthy, guys. Don't get sick. Bye-bye.